All right, picture this. You wake up at the crack of dawn, your hair's still half asleep, and you stumble into a room where a drill sergeant disguised as a dance instructor is waiting to turn you into the next K-pop sensation. That's the life of a K-pop trainee, while the rest of us are hitting snooze. These idols in training are busting moves until their legs feel like noodles. I'm talking about a training regimen that makes boot camp look like a walk in the park. They're not just mastering dance routines. They're also perfecting their vocals, languages, and even their facial expressions. It's like they're training to be the next James Bond, except instead of dodging bullets, they're dodging paparazzi. Meanwhile, us regular folks might hit the gym a couple of times a week and call it a day. But these K-pop trainees, they're sweating it out day in and day out, all in the pursuit of pop perfection. So next time you catch yourself groaning about hitting the treadmill, just remember, somewhere out there, a K-pop idol is doing 100 more sit-ups than you. You're dreaming of being a K-pop star, right? Well, buckle up because it's not just glitter and glam. K-pop idols have to march to a beat of strict standards that make boot camp look like a picnic. First off, let's talk about appearance. Forget about rolling out of bed and into the studio. K-pop idols are like living dolls with every hair in place and makeup on point, even if they're just popping to the corner store for a snack. Then there's the diet. Say goodbye to burgers and fries because it's all about that tofu and salad life. These idols have to watch every bite they take, which sounds exhausting. I mean, who wants to count calories when there's a world of delicious food out there? And don't even get me started on the training. Hours and hours of dancing, singing, and perfecting every move until it's flawless. It's like preparing for a marathon every single day. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Sure, the standards are sky high, but when you see those K-pop idols slay on stage, you know it's all worth it. Plus, who doesn't love a good challenge, right? Now let's talk personal life, or should I say, the lack thereof. K-pop idols might as well be living in a fishbowl because their every move is scrutinized. Want to date someone? Forget about it. Your love life is on lockdown faster than you can say romance, and good luck trying to hang out with friends or family without a swarm of paparazzi descending. It's like they're living in some alternate universe where privacy is a myth and free time is a distant memory. I mean, imagine not being able to binge watch your favorite shows in peace or sneak out for a late night snack without fear of being mobbed by fans. But hey, every cloud has a silver lining, right? At least they've got each other. K-pop idols form tight-knit bonds with their fellow group members, becoming each other's support system in this whirlwind of fame and pressure. So yeah, while the rest of us might take our personal lives for granted, spare a thought for those K-pop idols who are living life in the fast lane with limited pit stops for some much-needed downtime. Now, let's talk competition. Ever seen hungry sharks circling their prey? That's basically the K-pop industry. It's a cutthroat world where everyone's vying for the spotlight and only the fittest survive. You've got talent oozing out of every pore, and the pressure to outshine the competition is enough to make your head spin. There are thousands of aspiring idols out there, all dreaming of making it big. And with new talent scouts scouring the globe for the next big thing, the stakes have never been higher. It's like a never-ending game of musical chairs, except instead of chairs, it's record deals and fame up for grabs. And let's not forget about the fans. They're like a pack of wolves, fiercely loyal to their favorite groups and ready to tear apart anyone who dares to challenge their idol's reign. But hey, in the midst of all this chaos, there's a silver lining. The competition pushes these idols to constantly up their game, resulting in some of the most jaw-dropping performances you'll ever see. So while the K-pop industry might be a battlefield with rivals lurking around every corner, it's also a breeding ground for some of the most talented artists in the world. Contractual obligations. The fine print that turns dreams into reality and freedom into a distant memory. When you sign on that dotted line in the K-pop world, you're basically saying goodbye to spontaneity and hello to a world of rules and regulations. These contracts are like something out of a legal thriller, with clauses and conditions that could make your head spin. From strict schedules to image control, K-pop idols are bound tighter than a mummy's wrappings. Ever wonder why you never see your favorite idol rocking a mohawk or sporting a tattoo sleeve? That's because their contracts dictate every aspect of their appearance and behavior, right down to the last eyelash extension. And let's not forget about the length of these contracts. While most of us are counting down the days until the weekend, K-pop idols are counting down the years until they're free from the clutches of their contract. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. Sure, they might be locked into these contracts tighter than Fort Knox, but they're also getting the chance to live out their wildest dreams and perform on some of the biggest stages in the world. So while contractual obligations might be the bane of every K-pop idol's existence, they're also the ticket to fame and fortune. Let's talk about health risks, the elephant in the room that nobody wants to acknowledge. Behind the glitz and glamour of the K-pop world lies a dark side, where exhaustion and burnout lurk like shadows in the night. These idols are like machines, churning out hit after hit without a moment's rest. From grueling dance rehearsals to endless promotional tours, their schedules would make even the Energizer bunny throw in the towel. And let's not forget about the pressure to look picture-perfect 24/7. Crash diets and extreme workouts are all par for the course, leading to a dangerous cycle of body image issues and eating disorders. But perhaps the biggest health risk of all is the lack of mental health support. With all eyes on them, K-pop idols often suffer in silence, afraid to show any sign of weakness for fear of letting down their fans or damaging their careers. It's a vicious cycle that all too often ends in tragedy, with stories of idols collapsing from exhaustion or succumbing to the pressures of fame becoming all too common. So while we may idolize these K-pop stars from afar, it's important to remember that behind the smiles and stage lights lies a world of pain and sacrifice. And until we start prioritizing their health and well-being, the dark side of the K-pop industry will continue to cast its shadow. Public scrutiny, the ever-present shadow looming over every move a K-pop idol makes. It's like living life under a microscope, with fans and critics alike dissecting every word, every action, and every outfit choice. Imagine having your entire life scrutinized by millions of strangers, each with their own opinions and expectations. From your fashion sense to your dating life, nothing is off limits when it comes to public scrutiny. It's enough to make even the thickest skin feel paper thin. K-pop idols are constantly walking a tightrope between pleasing their fans and staying true to themselves, all while navigating the treacherous waters of public opinion. But hey, in the midst of all this chaos, there's a glimmer of hope. Despite the relentless scrutiny, K-pop idols continue to shine bright, captivating audiences around the world with their talent and charisma. Now, let's talk about the uncertain future that hangs over every K-pop idol, like a storm cloud on a sunny day. Sure, they might be on top of the world today, selling out arenas and topping charts, but tomorrow, who knows? The thing is, the lifespan of a K-pop idol can be as fleeting as a summer romance. One minute you're on top of the world, and the next you're yesterday's news, replaced by the next big thing. It's a reality that every idol has to face, no matter how big they've become, with new groups debuting every day and trends changing faster than you can say Gangnam Style. Staying relevant in the cutthroat world of K-pop is like trying to catch lightning in a bottle. And let's not forget about the pressure to reinvent yourself with every comeback, to constantly push the boundaries and keep your fans hooked. It's enough to make even the most seasoned idol break out in a cold sweat. But hey, in the midst of all this uncertainty, there's one thing that remains constant: the passion and dedication of K-pop fans. They're the ones who keep the dream alive, supporting their favorite idols through thick and thin, and ensuring that the future of K-pop remains as bright as ever. So, while the road ahead may be rocky and full of twists and turns, one thing's for sure: as long as there are fans who believe, the future of K-pop will always be filled with endless possibilities. So, wrapping it up, being a K-pop idol is like a roller coaster ride through a maze of challenges. From insane training schedules that make boot camp look like a walk in the park to the pressure of always looking camera ready even when you're just trying to grab a coffee, it's no picnic. And don't even get me started on the relentless paparazzi and netizen scrutiny. But hey, despite all the drama and stress, these idols keep slaying the game, fueled by their love for music and the undying support of their fans. Talk about turning lemons into lemonade. What do you guys think about this? Do you want to become a K-pop idol? Comment down your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe for the latest updates.